Ohjelmayhteistyössä mukana.
My name is Chuck O'Shea. I'm the creative director at the Coalition up in Vancouver. I've been in video games about 27 years. I started back on the Sega Genesis 100 years ago. So, done a bunch of different games, but right now finishing up Gears of War 4 for shipping October 11th. Games have changed quite a bit. I mean, obviously back when I started, we were working on cartridge-based games that were about 512K to a meg. We were thrilled when we got a meg to work with. So now that we're working on Blu-ray discs, it's, you know, sometimes you think it'd be hard to fill it, but we do so much content now at such a high quality that I think that's what's changed the most in gaming, is just the size and scope of the games. Well, Gears of War 4 is the next chapter in the Gears of War series. So there were 3 Gears of War that made up the original trilogy, and then Gears of War Judgment was released. This game takes place 25 years after the events of Gears of War 3. So it's a new chapter with a whole new host of characters, including J.D. Phoenix, who's the son of Marcus Phoenix, who was the hero of the first Locust War. Well, they can expect something that feels familiar to them. If they've played Gears of War, I think they'll be able to pick it up and play it right away. Feels a lot like what the original 3 Gears of War felt like. And for us, it was then taking it in a new direction with a new story, a new cast of characters, a whole new enemy, and a whole new set of weapons. It's all hard, actually. You know, the story was challenging at the beginning, but I think we've come up with something that's really good. I think, you know, making sure that multiplayer felt to the kind of quality level that our multiplayer and our competitive players expect was very difficult, but we spent a lot of time talking to and having competitive players come in the office to give us feedback. So that was probably the hardest, but also the most satisfying, because the feedback we've got has been very, very positive. Well, it's hard to say how big it is. I mean, it's about, the campaign itself is probably 10 plus hours of gameplay, so it's a pretty significant story. You know, and then we have Horde mode, which is played on all the multiplayer maps, and then we're shipping with 10 multiplayer maps as well. Yeah, there are Easter eggs for sure. I played some last week, and they're a lot of fun. Players are going to have to really think about the history of Gears of War to activate some of those things, but when they do, they're very, very satisfying. I think for us, we're really excited about where Gears of War 4 is right now, and I think we've got a lot of plans on where it's going to go. For us, this is the introduction of the newest part of the saga. So to say where it's going to go, it's hard to say yet, because we'll wait to see how fans react to it, but we have a bunch of ideas that we're working on already.
Ohjelmayhteistyössä mukana.